So in a previous video, we talked about how we classify angles by their size. Sometimes we actually want to measure an angle and see how big it is in degrees. Okay, the units we use for measuring angles are degrees. We use a special tool to measure these angles, and that tool is called a protractor. Now I'm going to put a protractor over the top of this angle. You'll use one that's probably a bit of see-through plastic with markings on it that look just like this, so that you can see through the protractor to the angle underneath to do your measurement. Here's how we do it. I take the protractor and I place the center point at the base on the vertex of the angle, which is the sharp bit, remember? The baseline has to sit along one of the arms of my angle. And now that that's in position, I can look at my protractor, starting at the baseline where the 0 degree mark is. Then I count up along the protractor until I get to the number where the other arm passes through. So from here I can see if I go up from 0, I can count up through 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and I can see that at the 55 degree mark, the other arm passes through that 55 degrees. So the distance or the size of that angle is 55 degrees. What about this one here? This one is what we call an obtuse angle because it's more than 90 degrees, but it's still less than 180. But I can still apply the same method with my protractor. I place the center point on the vertex, making sure that the base of the protractor lines up with the base on one of the arms on my angle. And then I just count around, and you can see I go right through 90, past 90, all the way around until I get to 140 degrees. So this is a 140 degree angle. Now your protractor might have numbers that also go from 0 at both ends of the protractor. But let's think about this for a second. Does it make sense? What if I measured it from the other end and it shows me that this angle is 40 degrees? Well, that doesn't make sense because I can see that it's an obtuse angle. It's more than 90 degrees. 40 isn't more than 90, so I have to use the markings from the other end. Just be careful that you don't get yourself confused as to which end. Think about the size of your angle. Is it acute, obtuse, reflex? And that will just help you make sure that you don't get yourself confused. Good job.